While April wasn't exactly a great month for the One Piece TCG market, with many singles dropping in value while sealed products went up, May has been more of a neutral month overall, both for sealed products and single cards. Some singles did lose value, but in many cases it felt more like a correction after the sky-high prices we saw in recent months. At the same time, several high-value cards held steady, and a few previously overlooked ones saw big gains. Hello Internet and welcome back to my channel. TCG Monkey here with your monthly One Piece TCG market recap. May brought the release of EB02, the second mini set for the One Piece TCG, and in my opinion, one of the best sets we've had so far. As expected, sealed product prices normalized after launch. Booster boxes started the month above $200, but ended May at just over $180. Packs saw an even bigger drop, down more than 60% from $18 in pre-sales to just over $6 at release. This kind of price action is typical for new sets, especially hyped ones. So, as I always say, don't let FOMO win. Be patient, wait for the official release, and try to buy as close to MSRP as possible. Otherwise, you're just overpaying. As expected, the EB02 Manga Rare, which is Gear's second Luffy, is currently valued at over $1,000. That makes it the second most expensive Manga Rare in the game, behind only Gear 5th Luffy from OP05. And honestly, I think it deserves that spot. It's taken from one of the most iconic scenes in the entire series and one of my personal favorites. What I didn't expect, at least not to this extent, was the value of the special holofoil reprints of previous set leaders. These cards feature the artwork from the basic leader card, not the alt art, but with a special foil treatment and gold finish. They're technically special rares, and many are going for between $100 and $300. There are exceptions, of course. Blue Boa Hancock from OP07 is the most expensive at $380, making it the priciest non-manga rare in the game. On the other hand, Green Hody Jones is the cheapest at $70. Also notable is the alt art leader Luffy from EB02, currently the third most expensive card in the set, after the manga rare and the special rare leader Hancock, sitting at around $370. It immediately joined the ranks of the top value cards, at least among non-manga rares. Then we have the altered secret rare Luffy, now going for just over $100 after some big price swings. What surprised me the most though is the base secret rare, which dropped 40% in May but still sits at $60. That's an incredibly high price for a base secret rare, with only two others in a similar price range, which we'll talk about shortly. Before we move on, if you enjoy this type of content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Thank you! Let's now take a look at OP11 presales. The set is dropping on June 6th, and I think it's going to be awesome. Booster boxes are now priced just under $150 after a 25% drop in May, much closer to MSRP than I expected, while packs are going for $7.70. Some singles are already up for pre-sale, and leading the pack is Special Rare Luffy, an incredible alternate version of the OP05 Manga Rare, currently priced at a whopping $1,500. The second highest is Altered Leader Luffy in his Gear 4th Snakeman form, at nearly $200. Then there's OP12, titled Legacy of the Master in English. It also hasn't been released in Japan yet as of this recording, and it's set to drop in the West at the end of August, so it's almost 3 months away, but it's already listed for pre-order on TCG Player. Boxes are just under $200 and packs are $9.99. Personally, I don't think OP12 will go down as a standout set, especially coming right after EB02 and OP11, which are both really strong, and just before OP13, the third anniversary set. If OP13 is anything like OP09 and OP05, it will be a big deal, so I expect OP12 prices to trend down over time. As for other sets, sealed booster boxes didn't move much in May, less than 5% up or down, but sealed packs saw more action. OP03 packs jumped 20% to $7.40, OP09 packs rose 16% to $5.80, while EB01 packs spiked over 40% to almost $15, even as the boxes finally stopped climbing. With sealed and new sets covered, let's shift our focus to the singles market. First up, the most expensive card in the game, Golden Manga Roger from OP09. After months sitting steady at $3,200, we finally saw some movement in May. Two sales happened on TCG Player, one at $3,200 and the other at $2,800, both for cards in near mint condition. The lowest current listing is now $2,900, also in near mint conditions. That $2,800 sale represents a 12% drop from the previous price point, though PSA 10s on eBay still sold for over $3,200. As you may know, I usually don't cover promo or event exclusive cards because they are hard to price due to low liquidity. But I'll mention this, the 2024 numbered promo Luffy, which dropped 15% this month under $2,000, with the lowest recorded sale at $1,500. Only 1,000 copies of this card exist in English, each with its own number printed on the top left corner, making it a pretty special piece. Now let's talk about the Manga Rares, which didn't move much in May, but a few stood out. Manga Rare Buggy from OP09 rose 8% to $435, hitting a new high after a long decline. Manga Rare Zoro from OP06 went up 9% to $790, still recovering from its drop after hitting over $1,000 a year ago. While Manga Rare Nami from PRB01 moved in the opposite direction, going down 7% to $565. Golden Dawns from PRB01 also dipped slightly, most by less than 5%, but there were a few exceptions. Doflamingo's Golden Dawn dropped by 10% to $180, Enel's Golden Dawn fell 12% to $127, and Kaido's Golden Dawn slid 15% to $89. Meanwhile, Zoro's Golden Dawn, the most expensive of them all and one of the most expensive cards overall, increased nearly 5% to $380. Special Rare Zoro Juro from OP09 had a major jump, up nearly 30% to $208. It's been steadily climbing since its December release, when it was around $70. That's an outstanding 192% increase. OP09 had two more strong performers in May, both Luffy's. Alt Art Leader Luffy jumped 50% to $57, though it's still below past highs, while Alt Art Secret Rare Luffy, which also has a Manga Rare version, rose 40% to $44, but it's still down about 20% since the release. Last month OP10 cards tanked, with some of them dropping as much as 40%. Surprisingly, this month they held their ground, and some even rebounded. The best example is Special Rare Sanji, which rose 43% to $112, a new high for a card that originally set just above $70. And finally, I want to wrap this up with the two secret rares that spiked in May, which I was mentioning to you at the beginning of this video. First up is EB02's Mr. 2, up 44% to $78. You probably already know that EB01 is almost impossible to find now, as it ran out of print, so part of the increase can be justified by that. The second one is Secret Rare Sanji from OP06, which climbed over 40% to nearly $40, and it's much more surprising. This gain is likely due to the card's increased playability in the current meta, as its Alt Art version also rose 20% to $72. That was it for this month's market recap. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Were you able to pull anything cool from EB02? Are you hyped for OP11? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for more One Piece TCG content. TCG Monkey out.